Welcome, friend, to the world of Kryn. Step into the river of time and let it carry you along its slow-moving current as it winds its way through history and the continent of Ansalon. Be a part of that history as you join the never-ending struggle between chaos and order. On Kryn, the gods of good and evil war eternally, joined in the battle by mortal beings such as yourself and Kryn's true children, the dragons. You may journey with wizards as they risk their lives to take the test that can grant them great power. You may quest with brave knights to prove honor and worth, or discover heroes and ordinary people who fight for their homes and loved ones. Your travels may take you through lands of mysterious ruins, populated with terrifying creatures. You may fly on the backs of dragons in service of your cause, be it good or evil. The continent of Ansalon is a land of marvelous beauty, with a rich and fascinating history. You can choose to fight on the side of good, serve the cause of evil, or work to maintain the balance of the world. You may restore lost knowledge to the people, or search for powerful magical artifacts to aid in your struggle. You will face the awesome power of enemy worms and soar the skies on the backs of dragons that serve your cause. Welcome, friends, to the Dragonlance campaign. Brought to you by i-gameonline.
Chapter 1, Part 3.
There we go.
Oh lord, really? It's already part 3?
What do you mean? It's only Chapter 1, Part 3.
I'm actually surprised on that.
That's only Part 3. Yeah, it's only third part. Okay, so when we left off, you were leaving behind some deserted farmhouses where the crops have not been harvested for at least 2 weeks. The crop being predominantly corn and is over-ripened. You went to speak to some neighbouring farmers who are still kind of lingering around the place, and they hesitantly kind of told you that some families and farmers and workers further north, the further north you go, have suddenly been disappearing in the middle of the night.
Okay.
No explanation, no reason. Okay, Zelly will be rolling on behalf of BVS for this evening.
Yay!
God help us.
Yes.
Those of you who can't roll, those of you who can't
Oh,
roll, please just use the flick.
Can I roll?
Just use the flick. Yeah, if you can't, if you have problems rolling, just use the flick. It's the same effect. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Oh,
fine.
19! Sweet as, man!
Yeah.
Just testing the sound. Yeah, I didn't have to. They fixed it then.
They must have fixed the
Sound
sound. Maybe
thingy.
they are fixing a few bits and pieces. I'm hoping they'll go and fix the protocols for people to be able to host and join. I know they have extended it. Anybody using Tabletop Simulator will now know when you do host a server, you must specify whether it's going to be a US server, a EU server, an automatic detection server, or a none or an other.
So, what
Okay.
is this for us in Dragonlance then? Is this another?
We're on an automatic. We're on an automatic detection.
Oh, okay.
I did try it there initially with an off, and that's probably why nobody could get in.
Did we try an other?
No, we didn't try another because I don't know what that means. It's actually oceanic. It says oceanic servers. I don't know what that means.
That means Australia and round that way.
Oceanic, not Australasia.
No, it's the same thing.
Is it? Oh, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're oceanic seas.
Oh, wherever they are. I don't know if that means they've got servers in the middle of the sea, or what.
No, it's just that area.
There's just
Of the
room
world.
to speculate what that
Something we
could
need to look
be.
into. I don't know. Anyway, so we left it off. You decided you were heading off the game, passing some of the farmhouses that you previously ran into. You found them to be empty, deserted. They hadn't been robbed. They hadn't been burned down. They just, the families had been, or the workers, or the farmers themselves had been taken. In the middle of the night. You don't know where they've been taken to, and you were navigating your way around a small hilly mountain range, trying to head towards a city called Zaxathroth, where Riverwind can vaguely remember his last location before being in possession of the of Goldman's staff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
It says on-
remembers being there, but he doesn't remember anything about what happened while he was there, and then suddenly being teleported away from the ruined city by the sea. He doesn't know how he got to where he was. It was just a sudden materialization, and he was no longer in the city. So he remembers it's just something to do with that city, that ruined city, Zaxathroth by the sea. It used to be a fabulously wealthy and very well elegant sort of city. Human population, dwarf population, all mixed. But he recalls it being in dark and in shadow and dust, and it's a broken city now. It's a ruined city. No inhabitants, as far as he knows. Okay, so you were heading north, kind of thing, just circumnavigating this mountain. You've been going for a little while, and again, and the last thing that was said was Flint shouting at Goldmoon to hurry up, because Goldmoon decided to stay behind just for an extra short time to lay blessings on one of the farms to grant them a prosperous harvest, as they not to keep them safe or anything like that, not like no protection spells or anything like that, just have a great harvest.
Yeah. What sort of wizard do you think I am?
Obviously not a very.
You can circle around the northern peak of these mountains, and right on the end of this small chain of mountains is a very large peak. Not so much to actually have snow on top, but just enough for it to actually break the autumn cloud layers. So you can't quite see the top, but it's not a massively huge mountain, but it is like the highest point on this range, and decide to finally head east. As you're heading east, you notice that the ground itself becomes a little bit more trampled. The time is autumn, so there's not quite a frost on the ground yet.
Is the ground like fresh tracked on the ground then, or is it like...
It's freshly trodden and freshly churned up, as if...
Can I ask Riverwind if he can like track to see what it might have been?
You could, yeah, sure you could.
I'll see what I can
you
do.
identify what it might have been ahead of us?
Do you have any special bonuses for tracking on the back of your character sheet there, Riverwind?
Let me check. What special abilities / spells?
On the back, yeah, special abilities / on the
Your
second
second
page.
page.
On your second page, yeah. Do you have anything that gives you a bonus towards tracking or anything like that?
There's
not
move
be-
sign. Unfortunately, I do not.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay.
Because I have hide in shadows and move silently. So
Okay, you can tell that it is. There's been a great number of them, whatever they are.
well, like a dozen, possibly.
Yeah, what's the tracker then?
Maybe 200-300.
Round the hundreds.
Yeah, two or three. You know, what I mean, not many. Give or take, maybe another 2 or 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They seem to have headed south, and then they seem to have come back north again. Like Like
We did.
well, but pretty much, yeah, pretty much like what you did. But look, the tracks seem to head south, then head north. If you want to identify the tracks, then you're gonna have to do a roll, and you have to get do a. Let's have a look. What's your primary stat? What's your highest stat?
Primary stat.
I think it's dexterity. Isn't it dexterity?
My
Who's the
primary
person in the group that's meant to be doing the tracking then? I thought it was River.
It is Rangers. The Rangers, yeah.
Is it what would it be underneath? Tracking? Or like survival?
What?
What would tracking be under? Just tracking? Or like
If you have a secondary skill, if you have a secondary in tracking, I'll take a look.
What's a lag plainsman?
The language, I believe.
The language. The plainsman is a language. Yeah.
I was just typing it then.
That's Dungeon Master's Guide.
Wouldn't strength be my highest attribute though? It's
No,
got
it'd be
18
your
slash.
primary.
because you
Maybe-
need to look at your proficiencies and skills and languages.
Let's take a look and see
Not
what
your
your proficiencies
maybe it
are.
would be in special abilities, but
No, it should be.
it's in either one, I think.
Let's have a look at your proficiencies and see
I don't know.
what...
I'm not the
Well,
knowledge.
I
Who's not
well-
the tracker then? Who's the actual tracker?
I'm the
Tracker's a ranger.
Give me a second.
Tracker's a ranger because I have like the other kind of skills of hunting, survival, running, man, Hildorf.
Here we go, okay.
I think he probably might be
Modify-
survival.
It's your wisdom score.
Wisdom score. Wisdom, 14.
And this is normal. So, okay, so 14 or less.
14 or less.
No modifiers, yeah, 14 or less.
Oh, Tanis has tracking,
Tansis is a ranger as well, yeah.
and it's under proficiencies and skills,
That's
Uh,
14.
not special abilities or spells.
Yeah.
My bad.
do
That's
we
right.
do we have to use 2 10-sided die for that?
No.
I
Wait.
got 4.
Okay, okay.
I had to scroll
You
through
can
every character.
you can tell that there's
Hmm.
probably been around about 200 to 300 people they've at some point gone south, and then at some point they've returned north, but you can't tell exactly what type of tracks they belong to.
Can't I try my tracking roll?
Yeah, what's your tracking proficiency?
Let me pull up my sheet real quick because they said I had it. So let me just get that up.
Okay.
Hey, if we ever get lost, we can use Tusselhoff for direction sense.
Yes.
God help.
Are you
Well,
sure?
maps, hun. So
Georgie
a
Kitty's going
lot
to tell us
of
what direction
maps.
to go in.
okay. So according to the sheets.
Dun dun.
My tracking is wisdom plus 0. So my wisdom is. Where are you? My wisdom is 13.
Okay, 13 or less.
13 or less? Okay.
13 less, but you get a +4 bonus.
Plus 4 bonus, okay.
Go on.
Does that mean anyone with a high wisdom can have done it then?
So
Yeah.
17 or less in reality.
17 or less. Go on, 17 or less. 17 or less. That's off the table. That's a... Oh, okay.
12.
It was a 12.
It was a 12 before it got picked up again.
17 or less.
Well, she took it off before it actually.
Go on, there
Well,
you go.
17 or
17
less,
less, that's
so one
fine.
will do it.
One would have done it. Okay, so that's fine. Anyway, you find that they are, they do match, the tracks do match the match up to the same creatures that you took on in the last home.
Okay.
There's lizard people.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are tracks of lizard people. Got it.
Yep. Okay. They've headed south and then they've headed north again, and there's probably been a couple of hundred of them.
Is it fresh? Golden Knight, are they fresh?
That's fresh. They're
Have they
Prob-
recently travelled through here?
probably about 10 hours ago.
An hour.
Okay.
10 hours ago. In the distance,
Well-
you can see that there is like a black smoke that seems to be lingering over obviously far to the north, there is a very thick black smoke that seems to be just rising up and dissipating into the air, and you can smell that sulphurous ash kind of taste on your tongue and in your mouth. And you can see that further ahead there seems to be the presence of like a scorched earth taking place.
Okay, so we don't want to go that direction. Good thing we're not going that direction.
Yeah.
Because we're not going north. We are
like
going
around this area. There's a scorched earth kind of thing.
What?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
well-
a lot of bonfires and a lot of burning taking place, and they got that sooty kind of sulphurous taste on your tongue.
So is that like someone's actually poisoned the earth, or is that actual burning buildings?
The burning the buildings, the ground, the surrounding bushes.
So basically everything on site.
So we're not going up though. We are going down because we're
Which is
making our way
south,
over
yeah.
here.
Making our way
So,
to this.
so we're
one
going to
here
be going
So at least we're going
this
all the
way.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
we're going to
We're
be
not
maybe
going
parallel
towards
to
the
it, but we're never
We're
going
going-
to enter it.
I thought we were going
Mm.
here first to get horses.
Well, that would be
I wasn't
nice,
going
but
to
last
my
I
tribe.
checked, I mean, I yeah, that would be wonderful. But last I checked, what's his face didn't want to talk to anyone.
Didn't
It's
no, he
eggs.
didn't want to go to our tribe. This one here, the Shinshu. We can go to this one as they are just another tribal relation.
Well,
Like
then
a
we're definitely
branch.
not going anywhere near the scorched earth. We're going south.
Okay.
And I might be able to get a horse for us.
You might be able to get a horse.
I might be able to get a couple of horses.
Which one said that this one was a bad tribe?
Well, me and Riverwind have agreed
Oh,
not
okay,
to go
yeah,
back there,
We had bad terms with our
Yes.
people.
and we will not return until we've got proof.
Right.
Okay.
Now I understand.
Yeah, if I remember last time they tried to kill us, I think.
Well, you.
Okay, in short time.
Oh jeez, thanks.
Everybody all seems to everybody arrives at a north-south road. North, you can see, goes into this desolate, burned-out kind of area. It's still way off to the north. It's several kilometers to the north, but you can definitely see the effects of it across this grassy wilderness. And towards the south of it, you can see there is the Kim. It's a village. It's a tribal village, so it's going to have little round mud houses, like mud round houses kind of thing, and tents, and maybe a fenced enclosure. But it's certainly not built up. They don't have any amenities, as most tribe towns like that. They don't have any running hot water or anything like that. They certainly don't have any taverns or inns or overnight stays or anything of that kind of thing. They are literally nomadic tribal people. And that's on the road to the south. Alternatively, you can keep going directly towards Zaxathroth, which is, as the crow flies, directly to the east of you. You do have another tribal place as well, which is the Kyushu tribe, which is where Gold Moon is their honorary princess, next in line, and is also the origins of Riverwind. And then there's another Kuter tribe, which is much further to the south through a network of other roads and systems. So which way are you going to go? Which way are you wanting to travel?
Going
Well,
south.
I've Riverwind. Gold Moon has
Gold
put the
Moon?
suggestion through that we can go to that one, and I'm sure I can get some horses. But if you wish to proceed on foot, we can.
I vie for horses because we'll cover more ground. There's a lot of plains between here and our goal.
Okay, so
And
let's
it
try
will
to
be
go
better
to
for
the-
Iceland to keep up with.
Okay, so you're heading south?
I will suggest, though, when we arrive, perhaps let me and Riverhin go in and do the talking.
Wait,
You really sure about that, Goldmoon?
I think it might be better if we just go on foot.
And
Why?
you what?
Why is that?
I'm allergic to horses.
No, you're not.
Is
Perhaps we
he
can get a
not?
cart.
I wrote it in
you.
my notes. I just was like, wait, doesn't Flynn have an allergy? And I looked through
Yeah,
my
he's
notes.
allergic to horses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perhaps
You've
we
made it plenty of times on the back of my horse. You've not been happy about it, but you've made
Yeah,
it
because
just
I'm
fine.
allergic.
You are-
I'm sure we can sort a carriage out.
Still allergic. I get near them, I get allergic. I get near the things and I'm allergic.
Is it just horses you're allergic to?
Well then, we will get you a donkey.
Yes.
Better than a
It's
horse.
a transport.
Isn't that the same thing though?
Shh, don't
But
tell
it's not a horse. That's the only
Donkeys are
thing.
lower to the ground. Maybe he'll be less allergic to them.
I'm sure we have camels.
Or pony.
Ponies!
I'm
Yes, we
sure
could
there's
also
a
get
bit
Pony's
of
still a
pony.
horse,
Not
though.
sure.
It's just a baby horse.
Goldmoon is going to continue walking if we're just standing. I don't know if we're standing or we're walking and talking.
I'm still walking with Goldmoon, so...
I'm walking and talking.
Okay, so you're heading south towards this tribal town, yeah?
Mhm.
Phone.
Oh,
Continue to left
yeah.
phone. Direct.
Okay, so you decide to head south, and you head south into the Q-Kim territories. A little way just outside of their village, along the road. If you can call it a road, it's not like a cobbled road, it's just a dirt track kind of thing. There is a small column of guards come out to greet you.
I step forward with everyone.
There's about 5 of them in total. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're all male, bare-chested, with various tattoos across their chest and on their arms.
Mhm.
I want to point out that during this journey I've had my hood up. So as I step up to them, I then lower my hood so they can see my face.
Okay. The lead one, that's the lead one, there's no indication, no ranking system or anything like that you can tell. Holds up their
Bigger one.
hand. Yeah, not the tallest. Holds up their hand, but the Q-Kim are quite a tall tribe. And asks you to hold it right there, and asks what business have you got coming into the Q-Kim territories.
I say in our own language, yeah, I am here to see the... Oh my god, words. I am here to see the chief.
Yeah, oh my god, words.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh my god, words. I'm here to see the chief. I am the daughter of... And then I say my chief's name over here, and I say who I am.
Alright.
What did she say?
My name is Goldmoon. Princess of blah blah blah, and I say all that in my language.
Okay, the lead one, he does his hand, and he looks Goldmoon up and down at quite a distance. And then he insists that you follow him, all of you follow him into the actual wall fortification, the timber wall structure of the encampment.
Alright.
I relay the information to the others that it's okay. We should just.
You're
run.
escorted inside this small wooden town kind of thing, and it's exactly as I described it. It's kind of like a mixture between mud walls, timber buildings, and thatched roofs, and various furs and things, acting as walls and barriers, room dividers and things like that. Even none of the buildings have doors on them. They all seem to just have like a bear skin or a fur skin or something like that, just covering the door like a curtain. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Along the ground around you is all fairly just compacted mud from the running around of animals and of people and of children, and there's a lot of the cooking being done at the moment out in the open. You make your way through the main gate. The main gate is nothing more than just a solitary tree post thickness wall-like structure. it won't keep anybody of any determination out, but it will stop like wolves and things like that from getting in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a few, if you can call them just like sentries, kind of like, they don't have battlements as such. What they've done is they've taken wooden ladders and they've leaned them up against these timber walls, and they're stood halfway up a ladder looking over the wall with a bow and arrow ready. Yeah.
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 So all the guys have got these ladders just leaned up against the wall to give them extra height so they can shoot over the wall at anybody that might be attacking. And that's their guard system. They don't have anything elaborate in the way of clothing or in items or weapons or anything like that. In fact, a lot of the arrowheads are still predominantly stone, as well as many of their tools as well, axes and things like that. You make your way through an assortment of people belonging to this tribe, and you can see that the female members of this tribe are actually grinding corn in a giant almost like a stone corn bowl with another stone,
Like a mill.
that kind of thing. But they sat down in front of it and just rubbing the stone backwards and forwards, actually making the flour themselves, and then gently panning it off to one side into another bowl. So you can see that they do everything literally pre-industrial. Okay.
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 You're invited inside. Goldmoon is invited into the chieftains. I wouldn't call it a tent. I wouldn't call it a hut. It's definitely not a building, but kind of like a round thatched house.
Mhm.
The walls are predominantly made of woven willow. Seem to be reinforced with mud and with clay.
So, I mean, I go in anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
You have to bend down fairly low to get in. You push back the heavy black bear.
I'm sure I'm
fur
used to
skin.
these sort of entrances and doors.
You push it to one side, lift it up, climb it, just lower your head and off a long way because these doors are very, very low, and lower yourself inside, and you can see right across from you the chieftain of this tribe, and to one side it looks like it's either one of his wives or possibly one of his daughters seems to be kneeling. There's no chairs or tables or anything like that, they just seem to be sat on like cushions or on the floor around a chalked circle. Yeah?
Mhm.
A chalk circle, it's just a chalk line, somebody's gone around in just a little chalk line, and everybody seems to be seating around, like on the outside of this chalk line. And the people that are in there, he's either his daughter or one of his wives. He seems to have these probably 3 or 4 wives. There's an incense burner, so there's that kind of fragrance in the air as well. And there's various superstitious chimes hanging up, wind chimes. There's bird feathers hanging on strings, and there's like little mouse heads, like skulls and things like that seem to be just hanging up, like talismans, like little wards against evil, seem to be hanging up in various areas around this building that you seem to be in.
Yeah.
What about me? What about Riverwind? Do I stay outside?
Everybody else has not been invited inside. Everybody else is outside, looking around. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no shops or anything like that. There's no workshops. There's no tavern. There's no.
Is there a stable anywhere nearby?
There's horses, but the stable is basically just a fenced-off area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with some horses in it and a water trough, and that is it. That's the stable. There's no shelter. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
shelter, no cover, no shelter, anything like that. It's just like a fenced-off area where they just keep the horses. That's it. There's some chickens running around. There's a couple of pigs like dotted about. This is a whole encompassing kind of community, all tightly packed into a small area. There's no trading taking place. There's no money system.
Mm.
It's completely tribal.
Wow.
Gold Moon is standing, like slightly hunched over, looking directly over at the chieftain. The chieftain is not too old, but he's not too young either. Probably around about 40s, 50s.
Okay. I mean, as I enter, I say I am the daughter of the chieftain of. Now I've got his name written down, but I don't know if I'm going to actually say it or be able to say it. It's Arafon Aruthuran. It's a very
What does
big
it spell
word.
like?
It's Arrowthorn.
Arathon.
Arathon.
Is it Arathon?
Arathon.
Yeah.
Because I read it and almost said Aragon. So
Arathon. Aragon. It's not Aragon. No.
okay, so I say
Wrong
I am the
universe.
daughter of Arathon, princess of Kyushu tribe.
It does sound like Aragon.
That's Arathon. Arathon.
come
And
seeking
he nods and blinks his eyes and holds out his hand, palm up, as if to motion you to take a seat opposite him.
I do that.
Okay. There's no cushion or anything like that. You just kind of like sit on
Oh,
the ground.
yeah, I'll kneel.
Yeah. There's various bits of straw that seem to have been thrown around to act as some kind of like a carpet or some kind of comfort, but it's not the best. There's no rugs or anything like that. There's occasionally
I don't think I'm
pillows.
too far from you not being used to this. I mean, it's probably what my
You'll be
tribe
fairly
looks like
used
as
to it.
well.
Yeah,
so.
your tribe seems to be a little bit more like flamboyant, a little bit more advanced, a little bit more like domesticated. Yeah, these ones seem to be very, very like traditional, very rural, very. We will not adopt other, traditions or anything like that.
No worries.
We live close to the earth and all that kind of thing. So this tree chieftain can see, he blinks, he nods his head, he motions you to sit down. And he asks, "What brings you to the Cucum?"
I am here seeking aid. I require some horses to travel. I am with a band of however many there are of us.
How
And
many
we seek-
of others?
I can't remember how many there are.
There's a
I
few.
seek.
Count on the live stream.
I mean, it's going on live stream. That I seek
8, 9, 10.
horses or travel arrangements.
Oh, 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you travelling to?
Oh, dear.
Oh
I am
no!
conservatives.
The
Kicked us
server
out.
has gone down.
The what?
Server went down.
The server went down.
Yeah.
What did the
Dragonlance, yeah.
tabletop one?
Some of us must have got kicked out.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
I got kicked out.
Kicked out? Let's have a look.
But it turns out he didn't even have it
Too
up.
many connected players.
Too many connected players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only got 7 in. It says I'm allowed 10.
We're not in.
It's not letting me in.
Alright, okay.
That was random.
Too many
I think we're all trying to get in at the same time. That's why
Okay.
it's like saying.
Might be a case of...
Let me try
there might
again.
be too many.
Who's actually in?
Oh no!
I don't know, I can't see anybody moving.
No one's in then.
No one's in. Okay, what I'll do is I'll relaunch it, yeah?
There should be 7
Yes,
people.
please, because was trying to get in it, but it's
Can
nothing.
I save that first? Hang on. Okay, we'll go for a relaunch, that's fine. Main menu. Yes.
Okay, who has spoon?
Who has what?
Spoon. Because I can hear the.
Not I.
Doing that a little while
Not me.
Not me, no.
Point fingers
Pardon
at
me.
Don't point fingers at me.
Are we good and up again, Whisper?
We're up again, come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just got in.
Let me just... There
Oh,
we
I'm
go.
the first one! Yay!
No bonus points for that, Zelly.
Aww.
I did the fail to connect, but then
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
that.
you
totally got in.
will always fail connect first time. It's connect when it fails 3 times.
There we go.
Fails to connect, which really means I'm loading you in now. Because I
Well,
don't.
if it comes up 3 times.
Oh, if it comes up. I'll tell you when you get in. Yeah. So everybody is in, just waiting for Georgie Kitty.
Yeah, it's doing shit. It's being
Shit.
annoying.
Sorry, you'll pop
Come
in.
on, load.
That's fine. So yes,
Yes,
Goldmoon.
so I'm seeking horses to travel. I am on a quest that my father has sent me out. We have currently run into some fiends that are currently trying to attack us. And now the quickest way to get to our
He's asking where do you travel? Where you travel to? Where are you traveling to? Because you're not too far away from. He knows how far away you are from your actual tribe. It's not that far.
What was the first town that I was going to go? Not Solace, the other
Haven.
place.
Haven.
Haven. I say I am travelling to Haven.
Haven. That's quite a way.
Which
That's
is why
on the
I
far
require-
side of Darkham Wood.
Yes, this is why I require horses. The companions I have outside will protect us, and we will blend in.
So what takes you to Haven?
There are some things that we need to find from there.
Oh.
Oh my god, BBS has actually joined.
I know.
Hallelujah!
What is this sorcery?
I don't know.
Nothing to do with me.
I bet it is, Jai. You've got
Oh my
something to do with
gosh!
it.
You can see the board.
I can see the board. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
I can see the board.
Well done. So yeah. You want some horses? You're gonna go to Haven.
Yes, I'm going to Haven to.
He says, does this have anything to do with the armies that are congregating in the north?
More likely.
He says
They
you-
are seeking.
You don't have anything to worry about it. He says they have 600 men. They have 600 strong tribal warriors. They will be able to. They will be able to keep this town safe, this village safe, and they'll be able to keep you safe as well. And he hasn't forgotten the agreement between the Q tribes.
Oh my god.
Again.
Server go bye bye.
Oh!
The agreement.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I also just lost connectivity.
Was
Oh.
it agreement marriage? I can't remember.
Agreement? What?
What was the agreement?
What?
He remembers the agreement made between the Q tribes. That if one of them was under attack or one of them required assistance or something like that, then they would all like assist each other, so to speak, for the benefit of the tribes. However, they
That is
do
true.
kind of have a prejudicial kind of approach towards each other.
Then you could assist me by just lending me some horses. And when the force come, you meet them in battle. And that allows me to get behind their line.
Okay.
Where I am going, there cannot be a force. I have to sneak. I have to travel hiddenly, which is why I have the travellers outside. They help blend in because they're not like us. I understand that you have a thing with our tribes and all the tribes, but I cannot have a big army give our position away. I cannot have an army be a part of the plan at the moment. The army will be probably coming into play later on, but for now I need to sneak behind and get to the item before anyone else does. I need these horses as soon as possible.
Okay. As a sign of goodwill from one tribe to another tribe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He will allow a certain number of horses to be taken. Okay.
Yes, okay.
A certain number of horses. If you can roll 16 or less for each character that requires a horse, then they will get a horse.
Why 16 on less? Where's the 16 come from?
It's 80%.
Okay.
Okay.
You
I'll
better
go
roll,
first.
Lee. This is the roll of your
Oh.
life.
Oh no, Lee rolls.
12. Who was this for?
Goldmoon, I guess.
Goldman.
Goldman,
I did it,
okay.
yeah.
Goldmoon, so it's Lee, so...
Goldman
Yeah.
has a horse. Okay, roll for Caramon.
Who rolls for Caramon?
No, you roll.
You're
I
rolling
rolled-
for
I
all
rolled
of
it
us.
You negotiate for all of us. Roll.
Okay.
This is why we suck.
Okay, Caramon can have a horse. Tasselhoff? Tasselhoff can have a
12.
horse. Tika?
I'm good at rolling low. Shit, I've jinxed myself now, haven't I?
Yeah.
14.
Oh, 14.
Okay, Flint.
Tika gets a horse. Now Flint.
Flint doesn't.
19. No.
Of course I know.
Raceland.
Raceland.
Raceland can have a horse.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Riverwind.
Well, Ribbon can probably piggyback with me.
Riverwind can have a horse.
Yes.
And Tanis.
Strong.
Start-
9.
Start-
So only one doesn't get a horse.
Sturm. Okay, he
It's
has
fine,
enough
I'm-
horses for everybody with the exception of one of you.
That's fine.
Okay,
That'd be
who
brilliant.
doesn't get a horse?
Do not
Right.
worry. That situation hasn't come occur because you guys don't know that there's a horse.
Yeah, that's
I've,
it.
I've,
yeah.
I've already got it planned in my head. Do not worry.
Do not worry.
Okay.
Everybody except Flint
Everybody,
gets a
there's enough horses for everybody with the exception of one. There's one less horse than there is actual travellers.
horse.
But that's up to Goldmoon to try and work that.
I've already done it.
I've already done
Yeah, honest to God, I knew straight away I was going to miss a couple, and I already
it.
planned
He
to
says,
head four horses, and that was
he
it.
says he wishes you luck. Send his greetings from the Kyukim tribe to the Kyushu tribe when you arrive, and you may take the horses. He will send men shortly to collect them.
From the Kyushu.
Yeah.
It may be some time before I return, and this is a secret mission. It cannot be said out loud.
He will. He says
Cannot-
he
and-
will allow.
And even talk to the other tribes about this. Even my own tribe, you cannot tell my own father, as there may be spies.
He will allow 5 days.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but whatever.
It's 5 days. We could have had
He
20
will allow,
days.
He will allow
Can you
5
imagine
days. He
that?
will allow 5 days, and then somebody will send 2 scouts to come and retrieve the horses.
Okay.
Are we renting these houses?
I thank you for your hospitality and your understanding, and I back away and leave.
Okay. He goes back to. He has his eyes closed, kind of thing, like just sitting there, like as if he's meditating. And there is a one person looks like it. Most definitely, probably his daughter this time seems to be just sitting to one side, tapping a little drum to a soft beat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you leave.
No worries. If I look at her, I sort of nod to her as
Goldmoon,
well.
you come back outside. You come back outside, and you can see the companions all stood around.
know.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, is there someone from this tribe around me so I can tell them to go and get me a couple of horses? Well, like horses for everyone except for one person. So we should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's a horse for everybody, with the exception of one.
6 people. So go and get me 6 horses.
Where's money? Everybody get a horse, with the exception of you're going to be 1 horse short.
I know, but I want to have the 6 horses in front. Well, I want the horses in front of me so we can leave with them, and then
Yeah.
So as long as I've got all the horses, we get the horses, and then I say, okay, let's make haste and walk out the horses out first.
Okay. The tribespeople they open the gates. A couple of them come out to see you leave, and you are leaving very, very quietly, kind of like this is kind of mixture between news and like this is the
Put the hood
highlight of
back
the day for these people.
Yeah, I put the hood
Strangers
back.
have turned up and they've spoken to the chief. One's gone in and spoken to the chief, and they've come out. They've been getting some horses and they've left again. So there's something like happening, but this also could have some kind of something on the armies to the north, kind of the situation as well. They can see the smoke clouds from the various burnings and the various campfires and things like that that seem to be taking place in the north.
Yes. I say to everyone, okay, I could only grab However many horses it is for us apart from one person. I can't. Is it 6? It's 6 horses then. If there's 7 people.
Yeah.
So I'd say they could only spare 6 horses. Flint, you're gonna have to share with someone.
You can
could
share
not-
with me.
I could not provide you a carriage. I'm sorry.
Not even
But if you wish to ride a single horse, if you wish to ride your own horse, I will share with Riverwind.
No. I don't even want to ride a horse.
So you're going to walk on barefoot instead and slow us down.
Then you can travel with another companion. I like to mount my horse.
I do the same.
Me too.
Tennis gets on his horse. Has it
Cameron
prayed
gets
over
on-
to Zelly's character? Has it prayed over to Flint? He picks up Flint, puts him on the horse in front of
Get me off this damn thing!
the horse and goes, "Okay, we're ready."
We only have 5 days with these horses. We must make haste.
Oh.
In 5 days, they will come to retrieve them.
Tennis hisses at Flint and goes, "The more you complain, the longer you'll be on the horse."
No!
Fight, fight, fight.
Shut up! Shut up, Tudorf! You still have my
Make
dagger!
me.
Don't think I've forgotten!
Make me. Yeah, shut up.
Fight!
Mine now.
I'll stick it
Oh
up.
wow, you're all egging for a fight now. I must start one.
Come on then. Have me.
Go on!
Come on then.
I look to Riverwind and say, maybe we should just carry on ourselves for now. Let them event this out themselves. And then
Yeah.
they will then
Actually,
catch
no,
up.
I'll just hold on to Dennis for
That's
dear
the-
life.
Goldmoon, that's the best idea you said since ever.
Okay.
That's a bit rude.
You are leaving.
Well, excuse me.
what
Normally
is it?
your ideas are bad.
They're not that brilliant.
The,
Oh wow,
the,
and he's
the,
supposed to...
Cucumber
Yeah.
Fish.
area, and you crossed over into the Kyushu
Ah.
Plains area. The Kyushu Plains area, it's pretty much similar to this area that you just left.
Can we not go north of my Kyushu? Are we going this? Or is this still my land here?
No, this area here, this area in the middle.
Yeah.
This is Kyushu. This is Kyushu land. This area around here is Kyushu land. All the area around here.
What about this bit here?
It's partly Kyushu land.
Okay.
Partly Kyushu land. Yeah.
I would suggest everyone we make north of the border of Kyushu.
Kyushu, right? Okay. Between you
Okay.
and Zaxxas Roth, there is a quite a large mountain range. You can get you can go through it. You can get through it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember that to the north there is it looks like a huge army seems to be assembling.
Tanis, do you know these lands? I mean, I know my lands. But do you know if there's a better way north of my tribe into the mountains? Or should we go past my tribe into the mountains?
Were you asking me or
Tanis,
Tennis.
Tannis? Oh, sorry.
aka Faye. He may not be round.
What would you like me to do?
I was only double checking, that was all.
That's alright.
Okay.
Do you believe, Tanis,
Uh-huh.
do you have knowledge of an easier way to get into the mountain to where we need to go? I know my land, I know we can get in this way,
Uh-huh.
but do you know there's another way north? As I do not wish to get too close to my own tribe.
Unless we're gonna go straight through the mountains, if you want to go around to the mountains, we're gonna have to go up to that scorched earth area in order to get ourselves around, because the mountain range does go very far north and very far south, almost hitting the coast to the south. If we go past your tribe, we may be able to sneak by them in like the dead of night, so that it may not even be a problem. But we could also just go straight through the mountain areas.
Now, do I know anything of the mountain areas?
They're not massive mountains. They're not like the the Himalayas. or
Like
anything.
if we go through the mountain, like the path. I mean, is this line here the through the mountain?
Yeah.
So is there a path here as well then? Yeah.
No.
Or is that just the border?
That's honeycomb for events.
That's honeycomb.
Ah,
See
okay.
this orange.
Is
mark
that the
there?
only mark that goes through the mountain?
Yes.
And then the other way to go around would be up here
You go
through the
around
woods.
and down, or you can go down, south, and then north again. Yeah. Or there's just a
I'm
path
not
straight
sure.
through.
So going south and up again is like doubling our time.
Yes, and I don't want to double time or I'm already on a freaking horse. I want to get off this
Oi,
thing,
suck
please.
it.
Okay, then we go through the triad
Shush,
area,
kid.
through the mountain, but we do not
Did you
stop.
shush
We
me?
make haste.
It's
Are
just
they
where my what-
always this moany?
Okay, so what are you doing?
We'll have to go through the mountains
You're gonna go through
and
the
make
mountain pass.
haste.
That means you'll be traveling close to Kyushu.
I understand.
Okay,
We will not stop. We will go straight past.
Like that,
go straight past.
please.
Avoid any conflict, any sentries. We will try to avoid as much as we can.
Okay.
What sort of time frame is it? I look at the sky. Do I see the sun in the mid?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like it's overhead.
So by the time we get to here, it should be coming afternoon. Yeah.
It's start becoming twilight.
So if by the time we get there, then it becomes twilight. Shall we wait for nightfall and then travel through?
I think we should get as close to Kyushu as we can manage. Before we determine what time of day it is.
Then we should probably get to about here.
Okay.
Yes. And then we will go from there. We probably do not want to be going through the actual mountains in the dead of night. So, I mean, can you imagine hiking in the dead of night in a mountainous area on a mountain
Then
road
it's-
with, like, no visibility?
Probably best for us to go around, even though it's going to take us longer. At least during the night, we can still move during the night around. We cannot waste time just sitting around waiting for the next day.
This is true.
I agree.
It'll be after it'll be mid-afternoon by the time you get to Kyushu.
And it'd be like getting
Or
into the
we can
night time by
attempt
the
to
time we get in.
bypass Kyushu. Have both of you cover yourselves with hoods so no one knows and we just look like regular travelers.
Once you enter the territory, you will be pretty much marked.
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 Yeah, so like the guys came out to actually see what we were doing. If they see suspicious activity, they will come and investigate.
Well, yes, but if you two are covered head to toe, they'd have no reason to suspect either of you being who you are, and they could talk to us, and we're all pretty much non-threatening folk.
Except for Flynn, because he's ugly. It makes it very, very threatening.
I mean, on what grounds would they deny a mage wanting to see ruins or going to the coast?
Going to the coast, like a vacation.
Well, I've heard
It's
it's a nice place to visit every now and then.
Okay, fine, let's do it.
Goldrun,
Okay.
doesn't that, like, include everybody
Yeah.
or something that
Okay,
wants
so
to
you're
get
heading
to this
you're
part?
heading close to the
Mhm.
Kyushu. Close to Kyushu, yeah.
We're gonna have to do
Yes.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
As I said, the afternoon. Like I say, it's just gone past midday, and the afternoon kind of strolls on for a couple hours or so.
Yeah,
and
the
you
sooner
come-
we get past there, the
come
better.
very close to Kyushu, and you can see that up ahead there is the main then the main road that heads south, and you can see the road that heads off like just straight into the mountains. It kind of skirts around a couple of them and then finds its way through a mountain pass. You should be easily. It is autumn. It's not winter, and these are not snow-top mountains. They're just very high altitude mountains. Okay. As you're getting closer and closer to the Kyushu tribe, the tribe that you, put it bluntly, ran away from, The chilly winds seem to scatter the smoke from dying fires in the middle of the village. Birds are wheeling around motionless. It doesn't seem to. It seems to be very quiet. There doesn't seem to be any noise.
Okay, I don't like this.
Everything else is still very, very quiet, apart from just these circling birds that seem to be just like flying around, sitting like on various buildings and on the walls.
They like vultures.
What are they, like vultures? That's what I was gonna say.
Not really sure what they are, but it's very, very quiet and very, very
Is this natural for us to see, or is it really unusual to see
Settling.
these birds going
You
around?
find it to be a little unsettling. Oh, but Riverwind and Goldman seem to find it unusual that somebody hasn't come trudging out to find that, like to stop them and quiz them and all the rest of it. If you can see the village, then you know the village can definitely see you.
I stopped my horse in its tracks.
Okay.
Goldmoon?
Something doesn't feel right. They should have come out by now.
Cover yourselves up. Do you want to go
I'm
into the
covered.
tribal lands to investigate?
We are already in the tribal lands. It's whether or not we go into the actual tribe now.
Are you willing to go check to see, or do you want some of us to walk in and
Can
see
you
if we
guys
can't
go
get
in?
supplies?
Can you go in, see if you can find out what it is? Because this is not right. Not right
Right.
at all.
Flint, how would you like to get off a horse?
Yes! I thought you would never ask.
Okay, get off the horse, go into
Riverwind.
town, and see if there's any smithy supplies that they could provide you.
Yes, Goldmoon?
Oh no, don't worry. No.
Far away from
I was going to ask you to stealth in, but we were trying to stay out of it.
No, we're not stealthing.
Wait, were you gonna
Always
ask me to
wait.
stealth into the tribe
Yeah.
that we used to live in?
Yeah, but I realised we want to stay out of it.
Yeah. The next thing you know, I could get myself killed.
Wait, so am I stealthing or
we're
just
gonna send the
strolling
dwarf in. So the dwarf,
Just go.
like Flint,
Let's go.
you're the man for this.
Just go.
I'm just going in
Just go.
being like, hey, can I have supplies and walk out.
Yes,
Someone
like
else going
see
in
if there's
with them.
anyone there, and if they don't have it because it's smithing supplies, say thanks. I'm gonna keep going. Bye.
I advise someone else going with
Okay.
me just in case.
Watch my
Sorry,
watch
Goldmoon.
my tushy.
Someone
What?
else should go with him just in case.
I'll go with him.
Ah,
The Tennyson
And I turn to Caramon. Caramon, watch the lots. Raceland, put feelers out. And someone, for God's sakes, watch Tasseloff.
Why? What am I going to
yeah.
do?
you snatch
We're
anything.
not entering
your
into a
senses.
town that we don't
Protect your
know anything about, and people have not spoken with us, and maybe potential enemies, and taking their stuff. Stay.
Well, I don't take anything. I don't know what you're on about. It's lies.
I
Every-
beg to differ, little one.
Where's your
Do I
proof?
need reminding
There's no
of
proof.
that dagger? Do I need reminding of everything else you were trying to take out of my workshop? Do I need a reminding of every time you've taken something? Do I have to remind
I
you?
just keep us losers
All right,
reapers. You know?
that's why I'm leaving
My dagger.
Tasseloff and taking Flint.
Can I ask how good my horses are? Like, are they like, if I got off it, would it just stay there?
Yeah.
So if I got off the horse, it wouldn't run away or just trot
No,
away.
not if it was startled or under attack or anything like crazy like that. But it would just stay there.
Yeah.
This is it. You are not under attack. You are not being greeted. The area around you is quiet. The noises from what you would usually associate when approaching a town or a tribe or something like that is not there. There's no sound.
Yes.
So,
Nobody's coming to you.
right now, Flint and myself are going in on foot.
Awesome.
Okay.
You left your horse behind, right?
Tennyson,
Yeah.
Tennyson Flint are approaching the Kyushu. You can get within 10 feet of the wall, and there's still nobody sticking their heads out. Nobody's shouting stop. No
Okay.
arrows flying.
All right then. Let's try to go in. What's the worst they can do?
Goldman just looks absolutely worried now.
Tannis pushes the gate open, the main gate, and it it seems to swing open as if somebody's just left it unlocked. There's nobody around. Looks left, looks right. Flint comes in, ready to take on anything that's going to
Yeah, I got my shield out.
attack them. And there's
Mhm.
nothing
Bunch
there. There's no horses, there's no animals, there's no people. They're all gone. The huts,
Okay.
the tents, the Kyushu lies completely abandoned. There's a strange crackling sound coming from the center, square of the village.
Okay, so at this point, I'm not going in any further. I nudged Flint to stay there. I call back, because I'm not going to deal with magic stuff without Raced. And it sounds magical. So, I go back and I ask Flint to stay with the worried couple, and I ask Caramon and Raceland to come with me into town.
How many horses?
Okay.
Okay.
Following
Follow
you.
you into town.
Okay, you're right back with Caramon and Raceland. So Caramon, Raceland, and Flint go into the village. Yeah.
No, apparently I stay behind.
Oh,
and
you
look
stay there as
after
well.
Carry the couple
You-
and tassel off.
Yes,
So-
I
so
asked
you came back.
Flint-
You
I
only
asked
came
Flint
back.
to
Flint
stay
came
behind.
back. Did Flint come back?
Flint, did you come back with me?
I didn't know if you wanted me to stay or you wanted me to go, because you were saying stay for a moment, then you were like, no, stay with the couple. So I was
yeah.
confused.
My confusions.
It's alright, go.
So am I
Did,
staying or am I going?
Tannis actually come back to Goldmoon?
Tannis has come back to
Yeah, I
get
came back
Caramon,
to where
Raceland.
Tannis left the gates because Tannis had opened them, saw there was no one there, but heard crackling, which was either going to be a very volatile fire or magic, and went, nope, not dealing without a magic user.
Okay.
And so came back to fetch Caramon and Raceland, and assumed Flint had been following, and
Yes.
asked Flint to then be the guards on Gold Moon
Moon.
and crew,
Brother Win.
because protection.
And you told Goldmoon
Yes.
of this that you thought there might be magic or something, yeah? Or did you just come back and say, I want to swap out people?
I explain that there's something going on and I need a magic user.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching everyone,
Specifically,
like,
I'm probably going to say something along the lines of, I need Raceland's opinion on something.
Okay.
yeah.
So Tannis,
It's pretty weird.
Tannis and pretty weird, yeah. Tannis and Raceland and Caramon are heading back to the tribal village.
Mm-hmm.
Is Flint staying behind, or is he staying?
Yes, watching the rest like a hawk.
Okay.
You're
Flint,
with Goldmoon, yeah?
Flint is with Goldmoon.
With Gold Moon and
I asked
Tasselhoff
Flint what he
and
saw. I asked Flint what he
Riverwind and
saw.
Tika. Okay.
What, Flint, what's happening?
it's just, well, there's nobody there but just noise. So
Noise.
Tannis is just checking in with the magic people.
I mean, Goldmoon was white, but she's like just drained her colour out of her now.
Goldmoon. You
Tannis,
okay?
Tannis, Caramon, and Raceland, they enter through the main gate. It's exactly as the way I described it. It hasn't changed. It's completely quiet. There is no shouting. There's no talking. There's no movement. Everywhere you can see that there's just nobody there. Everybody is gone. The birds that were floating around kind of squawk, and then they seem to just take flight and head north. There's a couple of birds seem to be perched on top of a strange construction that's been thrown together in the center square. Two posts. These two posts have been driven into the ground. Then they're really, really big posts, so you don't know what kind of force has been used to drive these two stakes into the ground. Because they've been driven into the ground to the point where they've almost splitted the posts themselves. And these posts are quite thick; they're almost like trees themselves.
Mm.
And 10 feet above the ground is a cross-piece pole, lashed to the 2 upright poles. All the poles are charred and blistered, and 3 chains of iron, each of them colder, but apparently ones that look like they've been half melted, seem to creak around in the wind. So you've got this like kind of like a hangman's noose kind of thing, with iron chains, 3 iron chains hanging from the top of it, and everything looks like it's been blistered by some intense, massive heat, or something. But whatever's put these posts in the ground, there's an incredible amount of force has been used behind it. Suspended from each of the chain, apparently by the feet, is a corpse. There's 3 corpses hanging upside down on these iron chains, blackened and like scorched and seethed. These 3 bodies, they're certainly not human, they're not dwarf, and they're not Kenda. Yeah?
Yeah.
Across on the top of the crossbeam, yeah, there's a sign. It's been scrawled, like kind of scraped onto the inside of a shield.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to have been like pinned up,
Oh.
pinned up onto the crossbeam by it looks like by the broken blade of a sword. Okay.
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 So you've gone into the tribal area. There's nobody about at all, and in the center, in the town center, not too far away from the chieftain's hut, there is two huge posts that seem to be driven into the ground, really, really thick, almost like 10 inches thick, driven into the ground. They look like they've been like forced in deliberately because they're all splintered and twisted. And then across the top there is a beam, and then there's 3 chains, iron chains, hanging down from the beam, which have 3 non-human bodies swinging by their legs from that have been look like they've been burned, or they've been singed, or they've been incinerated. And in the top of the crossbeam there's a shield that's been stapled to it, like punched to it, to the crossbeam by a broken sword. And there's something written, like scratched into the surface of the shield. Okay.
Can we make out what's standing in the shield? What's been written in the shield, or is it too high to see?
God damn it, Lee.
Who is there?
Tanis,
Karamon, and Raceland. Each one of you can
Yes.
roll. Each one of you can roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I want an intelligence score or less.
Who has the interference? What is it?
If
It's a
someone
mobile.
cannot hear the interference,
Well,
it might
so-
be them.
I can hear the buzzing noise.
I can hear the
Can you hear the
buzzing.
buzzing
I
noise?
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mobile or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely a 3G connection.
Zelly, will you roll for me, please? With my
yes.
tabletop.
Intelligence,
Kill-
intelligence
okay.
or less. So what's your intelligence, Karamon?
12.
Oh no, I have to roll
12 or
good
less.
for
12 or
you.
less.
I don't want to
No,
ruin
you
your
have to roll
roll.
less.
Less. 12
Oh,
or less.
less.
12 or less. 12 or less. 12 or less, and it's in infinity.
Oh no,
Wait, what's it?
That
It
is it.
is 17.
No.
it fell off the table. Doesn't count.
It does. You threw it off the
It
table.
does.
I didn't mean for it to roll off the table.
Okay.
It was gonna stop before, and then it rolled off.
Raceland.
It's gonna stop before
Intelligence or less.
Intelligence, INT.
Yes.
Okay, then it's a 17. for
Okay,
me.
17 or less. 17 or less.
God damn. Damn it, guys.
Shit!
Yes.
Well, this is not going to be pleasant.
Yes.
That's
No,
not-
that's okay. 11's under 17. That's good. And Tanis.
Okay, so my intelligence is 12.
Okay, 12 or less.
12 or less. Okay, where is... There it is. Come on, I can get this. I know I can. No!
No. Okay, Raistlin can read the language. It is not in a typical native kind of language. It looks like it's in some kind of like scrolled out dialect. It's up to you, Raistlin. Do you prefer to keep that to yourself, or would you share it with your comrades?
I would need the information to see whether or not it's worth sharing.
Okay. Ah! Let me just type this bit out then.
Says old Bill opening two.
He sounded like in pain. I was worried.
No, it means I've got to type this out. And
Ah!
Remind old Billy owes me 2 silver.
yeah, pale for else.
Steel, two steel.
No,
We
in
don't do
Lord of the
silvers.
Rings isn't.
No,
is it
they
not
don't
Lord
do
of the
gold.
Rings?
They don't take gold.
What was it that like? Oh, that would be.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's something else. Yeah.
Yeah, but what was it he said that? Well, that character said that the old guy owed them
Yeah, two silver.
2 silver. Right, okay. Remind old Bill he owes me 2 silver.
His name wasn't Bill though. So.
What?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, it was from Saturday. Okay.
He owes me 2 silver.
That's a merp.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you can read in the shield. It's scrawled. It's like not too sure how it's been scrawled, but it's definitely been scraped by something, something sharp and pointy. I'd imagine into the reverse side of a shield, the metal shield.
Oh. I need to check a name.
I want ice cream.
You need to check a name.
Yeah.
Okay, you go check a name.
Too bad. There's no ice cream out here.
Oh no, actually, maybe Whisper, you'll know.
Check and do a name check. Hum bum 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 bum. You don't know who it is.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna relay that. So.
Ew.
Yes.
It's really loud in the ear thing. Can you not actually cough?
Well, I'm trying to fake cough, and sometimes it comes out as a real cough. So screw you.
It comes out really loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go on.
Well,
If it
his
dies,
mouth
hey,
is like.
Anyway, know ye, my servants, the fate of those who take the prisoners against my will, kill or be killed. Veramont. Or Veramont.
My uncle.
Is it though? You're not there.
It basically says, know ye, my servants, the fate of those who take prisoners against my will, kill or be killed, Verminard.
I went
Spelled his name
Veramont.
wrong.
Verminard. Okay?
Promenade.
Verminard, yeah. That seems to be scraped, like scratched into the reverse side of the shield. That seems to be pinned up on the crossbeam at the moment. That is being held up there by a broken sword.
Okay. So.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. That was my phone. That was not intentional. I'm so sorry.
Tanis can tell instantly that and so can Caramon, can tell that the bodies, after spending a few minutes looking at them, are hobgoblins.
Yep. Definitely hobgoblins. And so this village was attacked. And the people are clearly not here. So whether they died or escaped. Are there many bodies of people who'd be like the Kyushu around?
There's no
Or is
bodies.
it- No bodies. So, one of two things then happened. They were either captured or they managed to escape.
Okay.
So,
I would say they managed to escape.
Well, ultimately not our choice. These aren't our people. I would say that it's up to Gold Moon and them whether we continue the path we've been choosing to go, or if we try to figure out what happened and try to track these people down.
It'd be best not to linger here.
Okay. Does it seem fairly safe where we are in general? Like, are we in any immediate danger?
There doesn't seem to be anybody here. If there were there, then they've obviously left. They've got, but there's nobody lingering around or anything like that. It doesn't look as if there's anything being left behind for anybody to come back and get or anything like that. There's certainly no threat of an attack. There's nobody around. It's an empty
Okay.
village. It's like a ghost village. It's just an empty village.
All right. Caramon,
Yes.
go fetch everyone else.
Does it look
Okay.
like to them like it's been packed up, ready to move, or packed up and gone, or?
No, it looks like if the villagers that were here, they left in an incredible hurry.
Okay.
They haven't had time to pack. They just left.
Oh, so the things
So-
left behind.
Whether they left of their own accord or whether they were forced to leave, that's something else.
Yes.
Would it be relevant to the tracks that we looked on before?
It's quite a little bit of a way now, but it's possible. There's
I know this is probably a shot in the dark, but
Well, there's that entire north part that's been ravaged with an army,
yeah, it's
so it's probably
either that 200 to 300 so-called soldiers or something like that went that direction, or they might have come here. Like I said, it's just a shot in the dark.
Well, if they're not here, and if it was those soldiers, as I said, either the Kyushu are fine and they managed to escape, or they were captured.
But I'm still
and
waiting
it's-
outside anyway, so.
Well, I repeat that information to the group when they come in after they've been fetched.
Yeah, it's just I'm not looking forward of actually meeting my people because of what happened last time.
What does Cameron say to us?
Well, I arrive back at the party and I say, Flint, you little dwarf, come, bring everybody in with us.
Why, what is wrong?
There's nobody in the town, but you need to see.
And I bolt on my horse.
Discovered.
Whoa, go, Boone!
Hey!
Oh, for fuck's sake. I go dashing off after her on my horse, so...
The little man.
No, I have to run.
You're gonna run with two horses as well.
Run it! I'm not getting the horse. Fuck that.
They all meet up again in the village
Running.
square. And
Grab
you-
Tannis's horse with him.
And
I
you
don't
see
want to grab
exactly
him.
what I described earlier, which is basically two upright posts, very, very thick posts, almost like telegraph poles, with a crossbeam, and 3 chains with 3 hobgoblins hanging upside down. Yes, with their feet chained. They are blackened. They look like they've been burned or been set on fire or something like that. Along with the posts as well. The posts look incredibly well singed as well, and actually are still burning. And a shield that seems to be just wedged into the crossbeam at the top by a broken sword. A broken sword seems to have just pinned it. And in that shield, on the inside, on the reverse side of the shield, it's scratched into it. Know ye, my servants, the fate of those who take prisoners against my will. Kill or be killed, Verminard.
Okay. Why are there hobgoblins turned upside down, and where the hell is everyone?
We just got informed. It's not like we're going to get questions answered so easily.
Yeah, it's...
Why are the hobgoblins up here burnt, and then why does that sign say that? Why have they burnt their own people that came to raid the village?
I don't think they burnt their own people.
Well, weren't my people that did it.
You sure about that, Goldmoon?
Not our inscription.
Have
Pretty
you
sure it's not
forgotten
our-
that they
pretty sure it's not our
tried to
name.
kill
I know
me?
what they did, but it's not.
Everybody's missing. Everybody's gone, and they've all
There's
left in
no
a hurry.
bodies. Can we look around for blood? Everyone, look around for blood. I want blood. And I run to the chief's.
Wow, that's
10.
interesting.
Okay, well then I'm going to
Okay.
do tracking, I suppose, then.
Okay.
Because that's about the only chance I have of finding something that small.
Can you copy and paste?
I can
that
probably do
message
the
so I
same,
can
though
read it
I
again?
know... Sorry,
You
Sally.
copy and paste the what?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Can you copy and paste the message that was sent to Jai of that shield again, but in the chat? Where
In
Yeah,
the main
yeah,
group, yeah.
so I can, anyone and I can read it.
Mhm.
Right, so I'm rolling. It's a 13 wisdom or less. Do I get any bonuses?
Yeah, you get +2.
Okay, so 15 or less. Well, a
Oh.
one is
It's a
definitely
natural
less.
one.
What was it?
It's a natural one.
Natural
So you
one.
get
Stop.
pass.
Okay.
So do I find blood?
You don't find any blood, but you can. You do find the tracks of the tribespeople, and they seem to be heading east.
Okay, so the tracks of the tribe people are going the same direction we are.
Which
well-
direction exactly?
East
To the
east.
mountains.
Yeah, into the
To
mountains.
the east?
Towards the mountains, the direction
Yeah.
we're going.
Yep. I'll put it.
Oh boy, I'm still not looking forward of meeting our people. And where
I
the hell
ran
is Goldmoon?
Yeah, I ran into my my tent. Sorry.
She's
chief's
gone.
tent.
She's ran to the
she
chief
ran
tent.
into
Your-
so
your-
that's
Oh
all.
my god.
Your-
I go and try and find Goldmoon.
Goldman runs into a chieftain's house.
Right, I'm going there then.
It's Goldman goes inside. It's empty. Everything seems to be there. The boxes, the various trinkets, the talismans, the furs, the pillows, the small little stools that you kind of like prefer to sit on rather than sitting on the floor.
Mm.
There's that buzzing again.
I can hear it too. Where is it coming from?
Oh, it's not coming from me.
It's not coming from me.
It's not coming from me.
I can't see if it's coming from me or not.
Okay.
Well, if anybody has like a mobile device near them, then just move it away from the table because
Yeah.
that could be the reason why it's buzzing.
Yeah. So Goldman's gone inside there. You can see everything is as it was when you left it, except that everybody seems to have gone.
Can I ask, the sword that was stapled in the shield up, was that one of our swords, or was it a different sword that I've not seen
No, it's a
before?
different type. It looks like it's possibly a like. It's not a sword of your particular tribe. Of your tribe.
Okay.
You can't tell what sword it's from, like who, but it's not one of yours.
I'm looking for my chieftain's sword. 'Cause I presume he would have a special one he'd take pretty much everywhere he went. Or if he had a particular item, I'm looking for that item. If he had a particular item, he would take places.
he had a kind of like a medicine staff.
That'd do then. I'm looking for that.
The medicine staff is gone. The chieftain's house doesn't look any different to any other house in this entire village. It's just like the people have gone. Their closest possessions to them, what they might have had on them or near them, seem to have gone as well. But other things,
Do I know of a safe haven they would travel to? Is there our fallback plan we usually run to?
no, there's no fallback plan.
Okay.
Goldmoon, you in here?
I don't answer.
Goldmoon, for goodness sake.
So you can kind of like try and puzzle it out and work it out while there's upside down hobgoblins swinging on chains, like well singed, well blackened, well charcoaly, with this message kind of across the top on a shield. In the middle of your village, in the village square. And
And the
everybody
message
else...
wasn't written in our language or anything, was it? It was
No,
written in
no,
an
no,
unknown.
no, no. It wasn't written in Plainsman.
Ugh.
All your people are gone. And Tanis has detected the ground around and seen that they've all seemed to have like gone in a particular direction. They've all gone east.
I come out of the hut.
Okay.
There you are. I was wondering where you were.
There's no one here. There's no trace of anyone.
Oh, what was that? Half elf. Tanis? Is that right?
Tanis, yep.
Apparently everybody's gone heading to the east. According to him.
The east.
East.
Yeah, towards into the mountains of the same direction we're supposed to be going.
Then we must hurry.
Alright, lead the way, my lady.
I will walk to the rest of the group and I will literally say, like, to Tanis, I've been informed that you say the footprints have headed east towards the mountains. Oh.
Faye?
Yep.
Oh.
No. I'm just, not my choice, not my decision. And last I checked, you both were still in the tent.
Oh no, I came over to you.
No, Lee said that Goldmoon came back from the tent to go towards you for asking clarification.
Okay, clarification. Okay, so they clearly are taking the well-worn road going into the mountains east.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you know why they would burn goblins here? It was not my people that burnt them.
Probably to discourage anything from coming here. Goblins have a very strong scent.
And this...
It could have also been a cruel enemy where the goblins were working with them, but these might have been injured, and to make a point or a statement, or for confusion, left them behind.
I highly doubt that our tribespeople would try to work with those things.
Well, it doesn't.
The words that
It's
you've
not
written
necessarily
told me.
your tribespeople. I would say maybe the people who came to attack them, who left the warnings.
That would make sense.
Who is this Verminator?
Verminard.
Verminard, that was it, not Verminator.
More than likely, the person behind all the crap we've been through in the last couple of days.
Then we must make haste. If this force is also heading the same way we are,
Yes.
I suppose not so well for us to get there being unseen.
Yes, so we have to be much careful, Gordon.
I will get back on my horse.
Okay.
Okay.
Get back on your horse. What's everybody doing?
I do the same because I am kind of following Goldmoon's lead.
Everyone else?
Was I don't think I've ever gotten off my horse.
Yeah,
You
me
would have.
neither.
Sorry. I'm sure you guys would have when you went into the town.
Probably.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, I suppose not actually. No.
Grayson probably stayed on his horse the whole time.
Yeah,
Saved him
yeah.
tons of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you are heading... You leave the village, and you're heading east on the long trail into the mountains.
Yeah.